Today we have an interesting episode because we are going to do something a little different. We are pulling back the curtain of what it's like to be married to a voice actor slash creative. Not always easy. So we have some special guests today. We don't know how this is going to go, but whatever. This is real talk. All good, right?
We're gonna let them in.
It looks like you might have someone like literally kind of like super
I
close
do.
to you.
I
And
do. If
yeah,
I just
who do we got?
turn this way.
What? Who's that?
Hey, this
I
is
believe
Dave.
Dave, and someone else is coming in from another room because, I mean, I'm not going to say we're chunky, but we're not going to both fit in this booth. So let's just call it what it is.
There he is.
Why is my head always the biggest head? We had kind of a rough night. We got woken up at like 4 in the morning, not 3:30 in the morning. All of our alarms going off. Danger, danger, evacuate. Like it was awful. And from someone whose house burned down, that's like, I mean,
That's
I'm
not
grabbing
cool.
things. I'm running out to the car. We can't figure out what it is. We still don't know what
You still don't
happened.
know what happened.
No. Anyway, so we were both up much
Lots
of the
of
night.
coffee.
Yeah, so we're a little rough this morning. It's all good. We just thought we'd have you on and just ask some questions of what it's like to live with a voice. Tony's smiling right now. He knows.
They're like, what are we allowed to say? What should we
Right,
not
right.
say? This is real talk, so
Yes,
you
yes,
can
yes.
be honest.
Yes.
On the advice of my lawyers, I'd like to plead the fifth.
Plead the fifth.
Yes, because you want to stay married, right? That's the intent. No, you are safe to say whatever. What is it like to be married to someone in this crazy career, like the abundance / the career is over, riding between the two? I don't know, Dave, if you get that. Tony can speak a lot to that, but like, do you get that feel from Jessica ever?
Yeah, I mean, we're not very dramatic people, I don't think. So I don't feel like we're like, oh my gosh, we're gonna die. Like we have no money, we're gonna be homeless next week. But I think we do feel, we both own our own small business. And so I think and they're both service industry related. So there's always that ebb and flow where you don't really know where your next job's coming in from. So I think we both understand that's kind of the way it is. But yeah, we definitely feel it. Like I feel like the last few months even have been like, all right, we're in our downturn cycle right now. So
Yeah.
start looking for other income streams possibly, or stop eating so much at Chipotle or something.
Right.
Where are we gonna cut back? Stop watching so much, or
yeah. Well, and so you
yeah,
have an interesting perspective because you also are kind of self-employed, right? So it's like
yeah,
that. So you
yeah,
understand Tony's in a job like right
yeah.
now, but he was laid off. So then he just got a job again, but you were
Okay.
laid off for like what, 8 months or something?
Yeah,
Roughly. Yeah. So that was a
roughly, yeah.
little, but he doesn't typically, he usually has a job. So it's not like,
Right.
so it's
Yeah.
the different. So at least you have that understanding. Tony, what would you
Right.
say about me?
It's definitely a roller coaster. Like a very, very up and down, up and down. I mean, I think that you are a little bit of a dramatic person. So you have a tendency to be like, you didn't get a job on a certain day. It's like, okay, this is over. Nobody wants me anymore, etc.
Right.
So, but then
Yeah.
you'll get to, then you'll get to the point where, you'll get a few jobs and you're just like, I can't do anything. I'm just like, I'm overwhelmed with all these jobs. Like, I can't even breathe.
Yeah.
I haven't eaten since yesterday. And
Yeah.
so,
Yeah.
I
Well, she
ride the
does
two
do
ends.
that. Jess does do that too. Like I'm worthless. They don't like me. Like I said the
Yes.
word wrong. I'm never gonna have a job again. Yeah.
I can't say the brand name.
And I just say, just have some coffee or just take a nap. You'll be okay.
Suck it up, Buttercup. You got this.
Yeah.
For
Tomorrow's a
sure.
new day.
Yes. Yeah. I do ride those two edges. I want to live more in the middle where it's like, it's fine. And, believe
Yeah.
like it'll be fine, like whatever happens. But sometimes I'm like, I'm going to need to turn this into a sauna, because,
Right.
because what else am I going to use it for? But then, like he said, and then I'm like the other day, I was like, I had like 6 jobs in a day and I was like, I can't handle all this stuff.
Right.
Right. It's like,
Yep.
Feast or famine. Yeah.
exactly. So,
Yeah.
but you understand that from being that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Do you remember the first time, or if you've ever heard your spouse on either TV, radio, somewhere where you've heard it. Has that ever happened? And do you remember that?
Well, we met through her being on the radio, actually. That's
Right.
when we first met. So I think I heard her as a DJ on the radio right after we first met. So that's probably,
The
yeah.
first time.
Yeah.
Were you
We
were you
were-
like, she's so cool? That's it's a
Yeah.
DJ, like she's cool. Like
No,
we're
not
like,
really.
she's spitting it off.
Yeah.
We're like, she needs a
Wow.
little work.
Yeah.
She's pretty green.
Yeah. No, I mean, I thought it was cool, but I was touring with a band in the music industry, so
You were more cool.
no, I was not cool at all. But we traveled and met DJs all the time and,
Oh,
and
yeah.
radio interviews and stuff. So I think I was
Mm.
kind of used to it. But I mean, I was more impressed just by her personality,
Oh,
who she
wow.
was. So,
She's
yeah.
a beautiful soul. So there
Yeah.
you go. Yeah. Tony, do you remember the first time that you heard? It probably would have been SNHU stuff, right?
Yeah, I don't remember like exactly the time, but yeah, it was probably the SNHU thing. And it was just, I just remember it being like super cool, you know, to be like, oh my God, that's you. It's like, you know, and just wanting to share it with people and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. I did
You
like,
feel like it sounded like her, or did you think it sounded like somebody else or different?
I think that particular commercial sounded like her. I think most of the commercials I hear sound like her, with the exception or with the caveat that like I can tell when it's not her normal speaking voice, like you know, because you know we've been together for 30 plus years or whatever. So, you know, I know like how she talks most of the time. And so when I hear it sometimes on a certain commercial, like I'll be like, yeah, she's like putting the work in, you know, not that it's bad. She's not like bad when she like does the emphasis or says a certain way or nuance. It all comes out great, but I can tell that she's putting a little extra into it versus like how she normally speaks.
and that kills me because I'm like, my whole brand is that I don't put on a voice, right? And so, but he's so close to me that even if I'm just infusing it with something different, he like, so he's, people like, well, he must love your voice. I'm like, yeah, he's probably the most, not critical, but the most like, I don't know, the most that's like, I
He
don't
keeps
know.
you on brand.
Yes, let's go
Yeah.
with that for
Yeah.
sure. For sure,
I-
for sure.
I actually think it's more cool now hearing her do stuff and hearing her like on the radio. Like I just a couple days ago, we were driving home in two separate cars, and I turned the radio on. She was on one of our local stations, and I was like, "Hey, you gotta turn the channel to this channel."
He's like, you're on the radio.
See, that's what I'm talking about. That's like, I don't know. I remember like being excited the first few times seeing that or hearing that on the TV or the radio or like being driving somewhere and I'm like, I know that script. And I'm like, wait, that's me. Like
Yeah.
I'll like hear it, I'll know the script. I'm like, I've read that script. And then I'm like, oh, yeah.
It's like that the recent commercial you did though, Michelle,
Yeah.
where at the very beginning it doesn't sound like you. Like even I don't recognize it. So
Right.
it's not until halfway through the commercial, like we'll be sitting on the couch watching it, you know, and the commercial will come on and I'm just like, it's, you know, a commercial. So I'm like playing on my phone during the inner time.
Right.
And she's like staring at me like, are you not going to be like, congrats or anything? And I'm
Yeah.
like, what? And then, you know, at the midpoint, I'm like, oh, that's your commercial. You know, it dawns on
She's
me.
like
Yeah.
going like this.
The thrill is gone. He's like, yeah, that's another commercial. He doesn't.
Oh, it's you
That one.
again.
Are we gonna make our mortgage payment this month with that one?
Right. That's more the question. Time balancing. Now, obviously, you know, understanding of this career, but again, you're a little different because you have similar things. Like you have to just go if something's needed, right? You're kind of used to that, I guess, that lifestyle probably.
Yeah, I don't know if we ever are used to it, but it's
Yeah.
just kind of our normal, I guess. We're just between the two of us, our schedules are so random,
Yeah.
which is both good until it's not good and bad.
Yes.
It gives us flexibility and freedom to do things, but then also if something needs to be done, like it got to be done. So
Yeah.
and we don't know when exactly it's going to be always. So it's hard to schedule and plan things out because of that, but we typically have a bit more freedom too. So
Right. There's a good and the bad of it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Right. It's like you work so hard to have more freedom of time, but then you don't get it.
right.
Right. It's so, do you
So-
ever get used to that? I haven't, I mean, I've been doing this a
No.
long
No,
time.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
We just try to figure out how to, it's almost like we have to block stuff out. Like we have to tell people, oh, I'm booked
Mm,
because I need a nap.
exactly.
Well, like even this morning, we had this book earlier, and then I had an emergency
Yes,
phone
you had-
to take, and
yeah.
that stuff's just I have no control over that kind of.
So thank you for being
scheduling, so,
flexible. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we just wanted to get you guys on just for a few minutes and
Yeah.
ask you some questions. Jess, do you have any questions for Tony? Do you love your wife?
Right.
How much?
Well, Michelle mentioned in a past episode that sometimes you'll kind of knock on the window and peek in and like, are we gonna eat?
Yeah. Yeah.
So how do you guys balance the like who's cooking dinner? Like, do you take turns doing that, or like is she all doing that, or you do that, or how do you manage like the household things when she's got a session in the evening?
Right. Well, I definitely help out when I can. A lot of times we'll just jump in together and get dinner ready quickly. It all kind of depends too on like right now my job, I was working in the office for 3 days. So like during those times she was like, making dinner and stuff. And the other times we'd get together. And if a lot of times I do all of the prep work.
He's my sous chef.
Yeah. So I'd go and I'd cut everything up that needs to be, put them in little sections. And so then she'd just have to come in and kind of cook it. It would be quicker. But also we have a lot of fend for yourself nights.
Fend for your-
Like on
I
those
love
nights when
fend
I'm
for
knocking on the door, do I just order a pizza or what's
It's called
going on?
fend for yourself. We
Yeah.
have a lot of those. Like, figure it out. Good luck with that.
We need
Would
little
you-
buttons in our studios that we can just like push a button and then on the outside it lights up like I'll be ready or fend for yourself.
Yeah,
Worry
yeah.
about yourself.
Worry
Yeah.
about
Yeah, yeah.
Take care of you. Thank you so much for coming on. I know you guys are both working today, and so we appreciate it. We just thought it'd be kind of cool to get a little behind the scenes kind of thing.
Yeah, thank you guys for
Thank
joining us.
you.
Sure.
Yay. He's like, eh.
Anytime.
Anytime.
Thanks for
All right.
watching.
Thanks,
Bye, thanks.
you guys.
Do we say
You
goodbye
just-
now?
I mean, you
Dave
just kinda
slowly
like-
tries to disappear.
He's like, do.
Yeah.
Small, I go so far.
I'm gonna leave that in because that's pretty funny, actually.